One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
We got this. Check, 47. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. What's up? Check, right 47. Check.
They go play action. Mayfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Meredith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Good. 180. Says the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 47. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey,
from the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Throwing deep here for Coleman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Here we go.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Shit! Watch the shit! He's coming, he's coming, he's coming! We got double up, double up.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
I'm coming for you, son. 36, 36. Check 52. Shit. For Tokyo.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They run with Pumphrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
I'm letting you know right here. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here it comes, here it comes. Check. Shift. Watch this. Hey, alert 3.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go. 180. Here, shift. Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 5'9". 41's the mic. Check 41. Let's go. Long day. That's going to be a long day. Mike 41.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Sunday. Here, shift. Right here, 48. Exit. I'm coming. 41's coming. 41's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Man, 5'7". Y'all playing the wrong football.
Working from the gun. Wentz. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks, as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Mayfield is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
On the run, it's Pumphrey. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, Charlie. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
From the 30 on second down. Wentz. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. David Onyemata forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check 41. I got your fifth. Mike 41. We've got a wedge there. Rip 5-2 on here. Hey. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. What's that? Here we go.
On third and long, it's Wentz. That one caught by Gibson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
No.
Man 5-7.
They'll try and run it here. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Brings up second and 9 at the 34-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense.
Times in practice you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many
syllable
syllables.
word. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Mike's 47.
Hey, Haywood.
Set the tone, defense.
Hurry.
Defense, let's go.
Watch out.
The mic, 47's the mic.
Watch out.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 79 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Eagles take over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Solid.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll run here with Pumphrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
QB's trash. Let's go.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Big
Front.
stop. Let's go. Check nickel. Watch twist. Twist.
Kill.
Mike, check. 59.
Wait,
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Check 24.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see. Pistol. You don't hurry. 47 right. Mike, 47.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. I love that play because in the snow you think run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
41's the mic. 41.
Wentz now on 1st down. Going up top. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike, check. 59.
Straight 15.
59 Mike. Check. 59. Check Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Wentz again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, Kill. Hey, Ford Tokyo.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Sunday.
58 for Mike, 58.
Now Wentz. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd.
Choose it. Hey, Delta.
41 Mike. Check. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Man, that's trash.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here first and a very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Baker Mayfield. His second touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
All day, dog.
81, 81.
58, Mike. I got you.
Bravo.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now Wentz.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Zadarius Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
What's tight? Tight is right. 4 down, 4 down. Under 10, under 10, 10. Jack.
14, 82, 14.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
To throw is Wentz. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Fielded at the 20.
Come on, Saints. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Moore. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
At the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time. Switch. Mike, 54.
Let's find 7.
54. Woo-hoo. Hey, watch that.
Hey, foxtrot.
Mike, 50.
Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 280.
59. Mike to 59.
Come on. We're 5-7. Go.
Mike 59. Let's get the ball. Mike, check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. His throw incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off.
Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch the screen. Ringo. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". And here we go. Watch the pass.
82.
Check 59, Mike. 59.
Wentz.
Get ready.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Mike 5'4", Mike 5'4".
Regular.
Pick it up. 54's Mike. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Saints have taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check three.
Alert. Hurry.
He's coming in motion. Hey.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you, son.
Kill. Hey, exit.
58, right there. Watch the run. They're running it. And 58 is the mic. Go 58. Quit talking about it and bring it. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Check safety. Shift. Hatchet.
Stand.
Twist.
Please.
He's checking crazy.
Throwing now is Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
So a nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down.
Check, 47. Watch the run. Sponge. No. Check your hot read. Whip. Watch that.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 3. Check 43.
Up, 47 Mike.
On first and 10, Mayfield looking for the out route, and he's got more. A gain of 6 there on first.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On second down, it's Mack, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
King. Hey, my 7. Hurry.
We taking win, Tom.
Hurry.
65.
Watch that.
Now Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
We got to step it up.
Sunday.
Cut. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Here we go.
Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete here. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
This time 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Zoo.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
He's back to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey,
Tighten down. There you go.
here.
Back to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here we go. 280! Shorty.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
He wasn't ready.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it's just not meant to be.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.